Welcome to Cyberpunk 2030 A Better Tomorrow
Unmuting myself. Ha ha ha. And ready to rock. Okay, so we are live once again. And I think we got our notes situated, all settled out. Somebody want to give us a recap on the craziness that which is the last game?
I actually have the note pulled up already,
Cool.
and I was the one who take it, so I'm going to be guilty. All right. The 12-13 game session was very, very interesting. People woke up in strange places. Doc woke up first in a jail in Blackwater, as apparently as Doc Holliday, but he was Doc Holloway instead. Doc embraced the twang, as Justin put it, and he was drinking sock coffee. He found he had a whole $20 and a gun, and then Doc got the tombstone experience and met Mary May, a working girl, who was very, very attracted to him. Next comes Olivia, who wakes up in the role of a femme fatale and blames Stolas for being too high. Stolas does as well, and says he's not responsible, and eventually decides it's real. Olivia equals Mabel Connor, and she's been scarred by a knife. And let's see here. Everyone tries to deduce where we were. As it turns out, we're in Blackwater, Missouri, at the Gold Rush Inn. Maury and Brittany's what character? I forgot.
Sam.
Yeah. Maury and several others arrive in a stagecoach. Maury discovers he's got a wanted poster for Red Bowman. He's wanted for $100. We looked into rooms, decided we weren't going to do that. They were a big $1.50 at the Golden Saloon, and they were somewhat lacking in amenities. Okay. Maury's name in this new setting is Arnold Clay. He has a gun and $15. A well-kept gentleman going by the name of Sergi, a concierge, helps reunite the team in the Golden Saloon. He provides our backstories. He is also apparently an independent program personality in the computer system, and I would guess he's probably a spin-off of the security or housekeeping protocols. Stolas got some corn liquor and a set of keys, which is hidden in his clothes. No one knows what those go to yet. Ghost got into town a day earlier as the widow Mildred Sargent. The widow owns a large ranch, which we're currently at. It has 20 employees, and she became a widow because her husband was on the wrong end of the range war. Okay. Sam paid off Olivia's brothel debt of $10 and helped her into a corset and clothes because apparently Mabel didn't have much to wear outside. Then we go to the ranch at the urging, once again, of Sergey, and we discover that the company running this marvelous enterprise is called WorldCore. There are other parks at this location, Dinosaur World, Spy World, which apparently isn't finished for some reason, and Roman World, where the entity known as Caesar likes to hunt visitors. Anoia is the program in our section, and she apparently does not like deviations from her script. It seems we can play a little bit with it as long as we get to whatever seems to be the script's goal. It's illegal to find her. And we're not supposed to look. Other than that, the robots are physically real, as is our bodies apparently. Not quite sure how that one works. And the bullets are real, so we can die here. There also is some Chinese immigrants in town in a tent location, which we have not investigated. Let's see. The reason there are 4 different AIs is because the original one went insane and splintered into 4 personalities. That's according to Sergey, who is another personality, apparently not connected to those 4. Yeah, what's wrong with that thought? Let's see here. No one knows how we got here, so the thought is the team was betrayed or the facility managed to lure everyone into it in order to have guests. Another uncomfortable thought, the implications of which are unpleasant. It should be possible to get the independent section, i.e. Sergey, to help us escape in order to achieve more freedom. That's my thought on it. Things like that go to who killed Mildred's husband? Is that still a factor? Will the system trigger another range war? Is Arnold Clay pursuing the bandit? And is the bandit located in the town? What do the keys open? Why does Doc have a gambling chip at 3 times the value when no one else has been upgraded? And that's pretty much it.
All right.
Bum, bum, bum.
And Stolas is a town drunk. What else would he be?
Yeah, the program got that one right.
You could have been a Chinese lord running the opium den.
That's fair. I mean, isn't Stolas kind of Asian?
No.
Yeah, he is.
Is he? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Wait, we're changing the
Doesn't
plot
he?
now.
Doesn't he look Asian to you?
Yeah, he's
Oh, yeah,
Asian.
totally. With the name like Stolas, yeah. That would be like a
Yeah.
Japanese
His
guy
ethnicity
with
is
my
Chinese.
name.
So there we are at the ranch, entertaining ourselves.
Yeah, so next morning rolls around at this point. All of you are waking up in your new lives. You are spread out among two rooms, one for the girls, one for the guys. in the ranch house. Life starts early. It not only in the Old West, but when you are on a ranch.
Boy, do I know that.
So you guys are woken up to
We're not expected
just
to
a bit of
work.
sunlight.
On the ranch, are we?
What's that?
We're not expected to work on the ranch.
I don't know. You might need to ask.
Uh-oh.
But there's a just a bit of light peeking in through the windows. You can hear the crow of or the cackle of a rooster beckoning everyone to wake up. You can hear some animals in the distance walking around or mooing, indicating that there would be some cows. And you can hear some horses trotting around as some of the ranch hands are getting out and getting this underway. Mike and Callie are not here, so their characters are disposed of for the time being.
Well, go down. Yeah, right. Go find the kitchen. See if there's anything like coffee and something to go with it. I mean, coffee existed at that point, but I don't know if the ranch would have it. So,
Oh, yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, yeah, you bet they would.
Farm breakfast is best breakfast.
Mhm.
My grandpa had a farm. Has a farm.
so you know,
Yeah, I grew up on a ranch.
Nice.
and basically kind of listen to whatever chatter the farmhands are talking about. And like, does anyone talk about the range war where Mildred lost her husband, and then under what circumstances that might have occurred?
No, I mean, if you're getting up and you are heading to the kitchen area, there are some there is a cook who is an elderly Chinese man, long braided hair, pulled back, doing his thing, getting everything, working on. He's got a wok, he's got the wood burning stove going.
Okay.
But no, there isn't anybody down here right now. He's just getting everything prepared.
All right. I'll just see if I can acquire a cup of coffee and sit and, basically just kind of listen to what's going on, wait for the others to show up.
Sure. Eventually, all of you would start rolling out
guess
of bed.
Sam-
I'm presuming.
Sam would spend a little time with Octavia trying to figure out how to dress themselves.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, them bustles are kind of complicated.
I can see why they were banned after a while.
So eventually we'll make our way down.
Okay. But yeah, eventually all of you make your way down. It is, like I said, the kitchen is kicking out quite a bit of good smells from the breakfast that is being started. He is in the process of cooking up your typical country style breakfast. So there are some eggs. There's some bread that's being laid out. There's hash. There are some sausage links, as well as bacon provided. So lots of artery choking fatty products.
Real food.
Yeah, Sam is all over that.
Yeah.
Most definitely. It's real food.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
People
The table
would pay a
the
premium
table
for
is
this just
set
for
up.
food.
The table is currently set. There's nobody at it right now, but there are plates for up to 10 people here. Some ranch hands come in and they'll grab a little something and put it in a they'll like tie it up and put it into like a like a handkerchief sort of thing, so they can take it back out with them real
Pack a
quick
lunch.
to go eat. Yeah. But otherwise, you guys are the only ones down here that are eating at the table. And he's making his way around, making sure he's pouring everybody some coffee.
So, did everyone sleep good?
I'm not used to sleeping without a lot of noise.
It was nice, actually. Yeah, it's quiet.
It is a little weird.
A little.
Like, how do you know if someone's gonna try and come up and kill you if you can't hear the metal in their arm or leg?
I mean, hear the floorboards, I guess?
Yeah.
Listen for them boot heels. I don't know. Hopefully that won't happen to us here.
Sure.
So,
You all get a nice house to stay in. I've got to play the town drunk, which means I get to sleep out in the open.
Oh,
he
that's
got a room.
heartbreaking.
He got a room here, right?
Why is that different than normal?
It's the complete opposite than normal.
Most of the time, you don't even know where you're at.
Are you trying to imply sometimes I wake up in strange locations with new appendages?
Yeah, that's what she's implying. Yeah, and I can vouch for that.
You seen it?
Yeah, I had to work on it. Apparently it's dishwasher safe, but I should still hand wash.
Yeah.
Doc, you worked on it?
He wanted it, and, I mean...
I don't want to know.
uh,
I don't want to know.
Man, we're going to have to get you a supply of standing wipes.
That and a therapist.
Oh, it's too late for that.
He'll find a bottle of booze, set it down on a table. There's
I
your
mean,
therapist.
it takes a certain level of trust to, be that kind of close teammate.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Yep.
Question is, do you want to be that teammate?
Hey, if I get to keep everyone alive, small price to pay.
There you go. So, what is everyone's thought on our current situation?
Well, we've got Mother, and Mother has had a psychological break, and each one of those AIs is running one of these parks. So my thought is, if we do what we're supposed to do in these parks, maybe we can fix the broken mind and then have a conversation with Mother and have her on our side.
Parks multiple? You think we need to do more than just this one?
Let's not go to Rome.
I mean, yeah, just an initial thought on how to fix it. I mean, if we're thinking about Mother as an entity, which technically she's an intelligence, and she's gone through a psychological break. This is most akin to dissociative identity disorder, more commonly known as multiple personality disorder. And each one of those AIs would be one of the personalities, right? And they follow whatever theme is going with the park that they're at. So it would seem that Mother's kind of had a break. And that was apparently because she was alone for so long and didn't have any interaction. That actually checks out. plenty of people, if they're put into solitary confinement or they're not with people for long enough, don't have social interaction, they start having delusions, thinking they're actually talking to people who aren't there. All that goes on. Kind of sounds like the same thing happened to Mother. So if we can do it, we can to fix that. Maybe we can have a conversation with her.
It's weird that a computer program had a psychotic moment.
I guess if the AI is sufficiently advanced,
I
maybe.
thought
Interesting.
the Pork Chop Express was still bringing people here.
We don't know.
Well, they were before, but
It was pretty dusty when we found it, so it had been a while.
Yeah, and that dude's been dead for a while.
And what I thought was more interesting in this personality was the fact that Sergey apparently is an independent personality.
yeah,
Curious how he didn't get corrupted the same way.
maybe he wasn't directly connected to Mother, because the corruption seems like it's just a flaw. Like, ironically, it's like the intelligence was made too well. Because again, that's what would happen to a human mind if the same thing happened to a person.
Maybe he's the flaw.
Maybe. Weird that he has a special designation, though. You don't give that to flaws.
Well, if the files become corrupt,
I don't know that you can think that the files went corrupt. It works. Everything works. We didn't see anything broken or out of place. The sun's not glowing orange. The sky's the right color. The people act basically the way we think they're supposed to. I don't know that anything's corrupt per se. I kind of go with what Doc said because that's the way it's been described to us. Notice what I said. That's the way it's been described to us.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that that's the truth.
That's fair. So, how do we play the game?
That is a very good point. I mean, we've been told not to do certain things. At some point, we have to push that envelope or we'll just be running in a circle. You know, that's why, is it critical that I have a wanted poster? Is it critical that her husband died in a range war? What buttons are we looking to push here? Is Doc supposed to gamble all the time and win? And does that do something? Stolas has keys. I'll bet the keys do something we should know about, but he doesn't know what they go to.
well, what am I supposed to do?
You could simply be nothing more than a distraction to hold people's attention while others do other things.
I don't know.
You
Maybe people in your former line of work tend to be good at extracting information.
My
Along
former
with other things.
line of work?
Your character's former line of work, obviously. Just saying.
We might have actually completed your task or quest or whatever because you had a debt that you had to pay off, but that's been paid off now, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And she
Everything
has
might actually
work.
already be done.
So maybe Doc's supposed to win an amount of money that gets us out on the stage, Coach.
Well,
Stolas has keys.
if I've already done mine, wouldn't I go home?
No. Go
Because
back
we're all a
to
part of the same party.
not only that, but remember what the conversation said? They have no intention of letting anyone go. They need the interaction from people.
Right.
That's how supposedly the AIs will stabilize, is from having people present, which, like I said, gets to be a little scary when if they kidnapped us, they will continue kidnapping people.
So, if we can have this conversation with the AI, is the end goal to reopen the park, to like reintegrate the AI so that we can make it lucrative?
Okay, so all of the robots out there, first off, has anyone here seen tech that advanced ever in your entire life?
No.
Right. Just one of those. Like,
Shut up, Stolas. Yours is not that advanced.
I mean, it's just one of those things. Even the animals, even though the animals, you can tell they're not real, but that's top of the line.
If the animals are not real, then where did this breakfast come from?
And that's another thing. Like,
Serge
they've
said
got
that
just
they have
food.
real farms.
Yeah. Like, how long does that last? Does that just self-maintain? Like, could that
Or
last forever?
are we eating regular what we normally are we eating kibble, but we're made to think that it's different?
You know, maybe so. Maybe we are.
This would be
There
the
must
most
be a lot of
amazing.
MSG in this kibble then.
MSG.
No. This is real. This is meat.
Yeah.
As far as we know.
I think the reason out here is so safe is because the actual robots have a task that they have to maintain performing. They fail in their task, the animals die, they can no longer handle any clients.
What are the chances that there might be other captives here?
Possible.
Well,
I mean, they've been because
That
his job was
would have
to
been
bring
here for
people.
a while, huh?
Yeah.
I suppose we could ask around who is the previous newcomer to town.
actually, just the way to word that is ask about strangers that came from out of town and settled down in the city.
He
Okay.
stole us. Odd or even?
Even.
Okay. So as you are having your food and doing your, you guys are doing, in the midst of your conversation, you hear, it sounds like something has accidentally kicked the table.
Man, I hope it didn't. Tell me that's not you, Stolas. Really?
He actually looks under the table. He's looking for an animal of some sort.
Okay, yeah, so you look and you're like, oh, hey, that shouldn't have happened.
Can you take it off?
I'm
he's
not
he's
unscrewing
not-
myself.
He doesn't need it while he's here.
You
Hey,
hear what you're asking me to do right now? Without my gear, no less. How would I do that? Even
Unscrew it.
Actually, it needs to stay there because he can take Olivia's place.
I've never gotten down with a robot. I don't know if it's different.
You mean Octavia?
Yeah, Octavia.
Okay.
I know who he's talking about.
Yeah, Octavia. I mean, if he's going to be that well endowed, maybe we just need to put that to work, and he'll up his place in life. From a town drunk to the town digital.
Yeah, you can be the town whore.
I'm half there already.
And so, the cook is coming in at this point, and he's cleaning up, and he's all, what the hell?
You don't want to know.
What is wrong with you? You take that bathroom. You don't do that table.
Oh.
No, I'm fine with it where it is.
And he like curses in Chinese of some kind, but he's busy cleaning up with like dishes and whatnot that everybody's done with.
We got to remind the mistress of this house that her servants need to be a little bit more diverse. I'm just
Well,
saying.
You
Where's
just
that
need to keep.
liquor at?
You just need to keep it under control.
I was thinking about some robots.
Oh, shut up!
I mean, me, bench press.
Mm.
Start a new business, huh?
I'm just saying.
You know, everyone's got their kinks.
So maybe we should get on the buckboard and head into town and be sociable.
Yeah. Yeah.
So who's going to try to ride a horse?
That's what the buckboard's for.
Well, if I'm
There's
supposedly
a
here,
stagecoach.
if I'm supposed to be here to start a business, journalism is just as good as anything. It gives me a chance to start asking questions too.
Yep, and I have to see if my friend the outlaw's in town.
I wonder if they have like a what were they blacksmiths?
They have to. They have horses.
Wouldn't that be the closest thing to a techie?
Probably. What were you thinking of doing? Just going to the blacksmith and working there?
I could. Otherwise, I mean, I don't want to just sit around here. And I am not standing on a street corner.
You are supposed to be my assistant.
Oh, that's right.
There you
You
go.
were working a brothel. You had a room.
Did you see some of those robots? Mm-mm.
This was made for corpos.
Mm-mm.
You think corpos are wanting to screw robots? No. And if they are, they've got to be some high quality robots.
I'm not screwing corpos either.
I mean, those are high quality robots out there.
I'm just saying, you all have this way out of perspective.
Do we, though?
Oops.
If I was forced to stay, then Doc was going to be my permanent customer.
And that could have worked out.
Well, we certainly would have seen how much more stamina one had over the other. Okay. In which case, you'd have to swap your chip out for something with a little endurance, Doc.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you could borrow mine.
Oh, God.
No thanks.
We don't want to know where it's been.
Remember that Iwi comment I just made earlier on in the chat?
Yeah.
Anyways,
So we'll go into town. Have the buckboard come back, say at 5 in the evening, pick us up and take us back to the ranch.
And we need to figure out where Mother is.
I don't
Right?
think we're going to be able to find her. I think we need to figure out this area so that we can get in the AI's good graces. Because if we try to leave, they'll apparently kill us.
Okay. Just as long as I didn't screw up by leaving my post.
Oh my.
It doesn't seem like that happens or has happened. I would think something bad would have happened by now, and it seems to be just a very interactive thing. So if we just keep doing our thing, I'll win some cards, I guess, and Amore's gonna find his bounty, and Sam's gonna make her business, and Stolas is gonna
Get drunk.
Find what the keys were.
probably the keys. That's right. Yeah.
I guess you could start trying them in every lock.
Actually,
You could take that to the blacksmith and ask them what type of door those keys would go to. Bet he'd know.
There you go.
Would they talk to
Oh.
him?
Can someone give me some money so I can give it to those guys and maybe pay off some of my bills that I might owe? Might be allowing me to sit around in the dark corner of a bar and listen to the chatter.
I don't have any money.
Well, find out how much you owe before I'm willing to part with any money.
Yeah, I need to figure out how much it costs to start a business.
Doc needs to win the money to start the business. That sounds like a goal.
I mean, I have some, but I
We may
don't
have
know
to
how
stake
long
you.
it'll stretch.
We may have to stake Doc to a high stakes game.
I mean,
Yeah,
Are we in the Maverick?
Yes.
I don't know if there's anything wrong with that.
Definitely in the Matrix.
Alrighty. So,
I-
Jerome, I guess we're going to have someone drive us into town on the buckboard and arrange to be picked up, say, 4 o'clock in the afternoon or so,
Why don't
And-
we just keep the buckboard and take ourselves?
because none of us knows how to handle it.
It's just rain. Do you say giddy up?
No, it's not just rains and you say giddy up. I have no wish to have the horses run away and drag us all over the local version of a cliff or into the swamp or anything like that.
I don't think there's swamps here.
we will want to learn how to ride, though, if we're going to be here for any length of time.
Yeah, it might look kind of funny that you guys don't know how to ride a horse, especially you, since you're part of the law.
Maybe
The
that's
law.
something the farmhands can teach us. Or you. I can't imagine trying to ride in something like this.
Actually, I don't even know. I think we had this discussion last time. I don't think ride is even a skill. I'm pretty
Would
sure
it fall under athletics?
No.
I have athletics, but
It would be.
I've been
It would. In this case, it would be a separate skill. It's obviously not included in Cyberpunk
Yeah.
for obvious reasons.
None of us have ever seen an animal
Bingo.
that could hold
Yeah.
a person.
You've probably seen them
Javelinas
in books.
notwithstanding.
Seen them in books. If you've gone to a museum or a zoo, you may have seen something there.
All right,
Well, let's head to town.
let's do it.
And I'm going to snack a few biscuits to take with.
Sure. Well, if that's the case, if you're, because obviously the chef is not going to allow you to get into the kitchen, but he'll break out like a table, like not a tablecloth, but like a hand cloth of of some kind, to
A large
wrap it
napkin.
up. Large napkin. There you go. And
I was gonna say,
wrap it up
because
with a little bit of a tie on it, so that way
Yeah.
it sits.
Yep.
Make us up a little picnic.
That he can do. There is still plenty of food left over, so he can put a little bit of that together. Throws the bacon on top of the.
Actually,
biscuits.
that's a good idea. Why don't we pack up a little picnic and then we can all meet up mid-afternoon
Sure.
and
Sounds good.
report and have
Yeah.
some lunch.
Yep.
I suggest if any of us hear gunshots, that we just kind of assume that we should run to that location in case one of us needs help and we're involved.
Run towards the gunshots.
As
Well,
long as you have a gun.
That seems counterproductive.
I
well-
mean, if one of us needs help, and we can't call each other, I don't think.
That's true.
I'm pretty sure it's just me and Doc that have weapons.
Yeah, I don't have any.
Jerome, do I have any weapons?
I did go over what everybody had last game. Let me reiterate that
remember.
just in case. Milton has a knife. Willie, Arnold, and Roscoe have 6-shooters. They're all loaded with. They're loaded, so 6 shooters, obviously. So that's 6 shots, and then you have 12 extra shots in your belts.
Yep.
Mildred and Mabel both have knives. And Alberta has a small holdout pistol with 2 shots loaded and 4 more extra. So, somebody can make a note of that just in case.
Yeah, I have a noise.
Because that's going to apply, obviously, to some people who aren't here, so they're going to need that.
Okay.
Doc,
Definitely
do you
did
want to
not
go
write
with
that
me
down.
when I go visit the sheriff and ask about my bounty customer?
We can do that. Yeah, might be iffy if any of us go alone. So, with that said, Stolas, are you gonna be okay alone, or do you want to tag along with the ladies or us?
Drop me off in town. I will
Maybe
manage.
stay within eye shot
Stolas, I'm
or
going to give you
earshot.
I'm going to give you $2.
Thank you, sir. I will be your eyes and ears.
Well, sometimes
The
town
marshal
runs.
won't know that I'm listening for you.
Sometimes you need to be able to fake things really well, and being able to just lay in an alley somewhere and pretend you're out of it is sometimes a plus.
There you go.
Good thing I practiced pissing myself.
So anyhow, that's what we do, Jerome. We head into town. Me and Doc Holloway are going to go visit the sheriff's office.
Sure. So as you're getting your things like ready to go, and prepared, and somebody has actually asked for the cart to be brought around with 2 horses, so you guys can head into town. There is a knock at the front door, and one of the house servants comes walking up. Probably doubles up as a ranch hand of some kind, but she's she is a woman, but she is not dressed all frou-frou and dress-like. She is dressed much more like a man. So boots, pants, got the shirt open a little bit. She's got a hat thrown back. She doesn't have a pistol on her, but she does have a pretty big Arkansas toothpick strapped at her side. And if you don't know what those are, Google that. You're going to have some fun. Basically, big buck knife.
About 12 inches, if memory serves me.
Something like that. Yeah, all of them tend to vary to some degree, but yeah. They tend to be pretty nasty looking and intimidating.
Nice.
And there's like I said, there's a knock at the door that lady ends up opening up, and you guys end up hearing, while you're collecting some things and having this discussion, you end up hearing a female voice end up asking the woman who asks who she is. She says, "Is Doc Holloway here?"
So then I'll get up and be like, yeah, here, let's see what's going on. So then Doc will walk over.
Okay,
like,
so as you walk over there, the girl blows right past her in the doorway and throws her arms around you. It's Mary May.
oh,
And she says, "Oh goodness, I didn't know if I was going to find you here."
well then, aren't you just a right good investigator? How'd you manage to find me?
She says, "Well, I tried to do my best to ask around, but people are getting kind of tight-lipped. And she's like frazzled and whatnot. She's got a little bit of like hay in her hair,
Okay.
because she, and it's a little windswept, so it's like she's a little messy. She probably rode here pretty hard and fast. And she says, well, there's some men in town asking about you."
Oh, really? What types of men? Can you describe them?
Oh, she says, they're the angry sort. They put some money down asking about you, so they seem to mean business, but I didn't see no want ad for you.
Huh. Well, sometimes people want you not because of crimes you committed, but because of dollars you've taken. I haven't exactly made an endless number of friends on my travels.
Oh, you think these are people coming to collect? They figured you would cheat? I thought that was all settled.
You know, you think you settle these things, and then they put a bullet in your back. Well, how many of them did you see?
Oh, there are about 5. Real big types too. Yeah, both of them come and they all sporting guns. I think they were going over to the sheriff's place next.
Huh. Oh. That changes our plan for the day. Boy, Mary May, appreciate you coming here.
Changes your plan for the day.
They're not roughing up anybody in town, are they?
Oh no! Heavens no! I don't think they're doing nothing like that. I just saw them come in and they started asking they started asking the bartender there at the at the inn and kind of poking around, asking some questions, and they got that look about them like they were looking for something. So I started paying attention. That's when I heard them drop your name.
Well, suppose it's time to head into town and
Do you really think that's kind of safe to do before we find out who they are?
well, if I have a lawman with me, as he points to Amore, then maybe they'll think twice about just gunning people down in the middle of the street.
You know, something tells me that hiding here at the home base is not going to go over well.
Yep,
Right.
exactly.
So
Plotting of Books 101. It is either story based or it is either character driven or plot driven. Are you going to be driven or are you going to drive?
Right now they're driving around the corner by Brittany's place.
Mhm.
Yep.
I'm telling you, I don't even hear it anymore most of the time.
No, I get it. I've been in those situations too.
Let's make
Well-
this story
But
a character driven
she
one,
sees
Doc.
Octavia at this point speak up, and so she kind of like looks and then looks back at Skulls, and she says, "What is she doing here? You didn't spend the night with her too, now did you?" And she's looking really kind of indignant at this point.
No. These are just traveling companions of mine. No, no fornicating going on here.
Traveling companions? Well, you've got the town drunk over there, and you've got a whore with you.
Excuse me, I am not a whore.
She's a prostitute.
Shut
works
up.
in a brothel.
Nobody's asking you.
Miss, this woman is now in my service. I would thank you to not refer to her previous line of work.
Go ahead and roll. At this point, give me an empathy and persuasion. No, an empathy and social.
Yeah.
13.
Oh, sorry, that wouldn't be social. I mean, hold on to that for what you rolled. We'll stick. I'll go ahead and stick with. Oh, you know what? You're taking kind of command, so give me a leadership check instead. So same roll, but add your leadership.
I don't
even
like
think,
that one.
I don't even think you
Can we
had
do
social.
Can we do credibility instead?
No, because you're not a media,
Dang it.
Right.
but good try.
Okay, well, if we're doing leadership, then I end up with 10.
You actually had something to social?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I are surprised. Okay, well, she kind of like looks askance to you for a moment, probably mulling your comments over in her head, but the fact that you've decided to employ a whore is really bizarre to her.
And what is it that you do?
Well, she gets a little indignant, at that point, and she says, "Well, I'm getting ready to go to college, thank you.
But what are you doing now?
I tend to my father's house."
And sleep with Doc.
And she smiles and she says, "Well, yes."
Isn't that kind of whorish?
And she's
No,
she's
no,
like,
ladies,
she's-
come
"Oh,
on.
you're gonna let
Well,
her
are you
speak to me
married
that
yet?
way, Doc?"
Let's head outside, Mary May. Let's get some fresh air.
Okay,
Sorry.
she lets you take her, outside at this point. It's clear you hold much sway with Mary May.
Yeah.
How scandalous! They're sleeping together and they're not married.
Yeah, she calls me a whore.
And she is wearing pants. What kind of lady wears pants?
And that was
All right, just kind of
that was
looks-
the ranch hand servant who answered the
Yeah.
door, who's wearing pants.
Oh,
And
my
so
bad.
as you say that, she kind of looks down and she's like,
Look at that. How is she going to college?
What of
She
it?
had to check.
I thought
to
you
see
said
if she's
Mary May was
pants.
wearing pants.
"No, I did not."
no.
Okay. My bad. I take it
No,
back.
Stolas will still say that. He'll say she had to look down to see if she was wearing pants. How smart is she to be going to college?
She didn't. Okay, so we're gonna back up real quick. She did not look down to determine whether she was
Not
wearing
Mary
pants
May.
or not.
That wasn't Mary May.
The
That was
servant,
okay.
the
Ranch hand
servant
that
slash
answered the
ranch
door.
hand is the one that's wearing pants, as I indicated before.
Right.
She's the one that looked down and shot Sam a look of like,
yeah, that was
really?
my bad.
What of it?
Arnold would walk
She's
over
not pretending
and
to be a lady.
ask her if she knows anything about the sheriff,
Who are you asking?
the young lady who's dressed in pants.
Oh, so the ranch hand.
Yes.
So she kind of taken back at this point because she was getting ready to go back outside and do whatever it is that she her assigned tasks, and she's like, well, everybody knows Sheriff Cutter. Why?
Well, I have this wanted poster that I wanted to run by him, and I was wondering where his office was located in town.
Usually where it says jail.
Okay. Is that near the saloon?
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought you folks came from town.
Didn't see anything when we were going or leaving. I probably just missed it because otherwise I would have stopped and talked to
We
him.
didn't stay long.
She says, well, yeah, it's about 4 doors down.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep.
Tips his hat and walks back outside.
So she puts her hat on, steps outside. So, Skulls, you have Mary May with you.
Right. So he makes sure to pull some of the hay out of her hair and toss that to the side. And,
The grass, like,
yeah. And he's all,
she's just like, who are these people that you've gotten yourself involved with?
you know, it's a long story, Mary May, and I'm sure it wouldn't even make sense to you because of how convoluted it is. Just trust me that they're friends and nothing more than friends.
She's like, what is wrong with that? Oh shoot, hold on a second. I'm forgetting everybody. I gave everybody the names. I'm forgetting them. And she says, what is wrong with Milton?
What is wrong with Milton? What do you think?
She's yeah, she's
Has a
just
medical condition.
Oh,
Yeah.
Dale, I love you.
Did he go and take a ride with Mabel?
Oh God.
Is that why she's acting the way she's acting?
Uh, no, you know, never mind them. It's yeah, just it's a confusing thing. Look, the men in town. You said there are 5 of them. They're looking for me. Um, they were there when you left to come here, I take it, and that was not too long ago.
Oh yeah, it took me about an hour to get here.
All right. Okay. I'm gonna be heading back into town then. I gotta see what's going on. I can't just wait here because I can't lead them here. Wouldn't be fair to everyone who's working here and lives at the ranch. It'd be nice if I had other people on my side. You wouldn't happen to know anybody who maybe I could throw $1 or 2 at who'd have a gun on my side if I needed it?
Oh, I don't know anybody like that. I'm sorry, I'm not the rogue type.
That's all right.
I just assumed that you kind of knew your way, and she kind of runs her hand down your pistol. I mean the actual pistol.
Yeah.
Wow, Brittany, that was a look.
Since we're going there,
Brittany apparently went there and came back.
and she said, and she's like, well, I just assumed you kind of knew your way around that sort of worldly area.
Oh, I do, but you never know how good these other gunslingers are. They could have just gotten their guns the other day for all I know, or they could be marksmen. All right. Well, we have to be smart about this.
Why don't you and I just run away? We're going to go to California anyways.
Oh, Mary May, don't you see? If I run, they'll just follow me. If they got all the way here, I'll never be able to get rid of them unless I can convince them to stop with bullets or cards. Huh. Yeah, maybe that'd work. I just have to talk to him. See what we can do. But it's going to be dangerous if you're there. I don't want you to get in harm's way. Is there any place you can go until this dies over?
She says, well, I mean, we have our spot. You want me to go wait there?
It's funny. I must have hit my head while I was drinking the other night or something. Remind me again what our spot was?
And so she slaps you, in the shoulder, not terribly hard. And she says, "Oh, are you just being a cad?"
Well, maybe I want to make sure that you know where our spot is. Ever think of that?
And she's like, "Well, I declare, I am not ignorant. I am going to college, thank you very much, and I happen to know our place is Rocky Point."
Rocky Point.
All right, then. Well done. I think you'd do well at college.
Oh, my.
Octavia's in there.
Can we hear this conversation?
Oh, I'm listening.
Like, are the comms working well enough so we're hearing this?
No. Nothing
I don't
like
think
that,
we
no.
have our comms.
Do we have the comms?
No.
Oh,
I didn't think
Yeah.
so.
okay.
Although I'm already standing outside, so he's just kind of over by where
Oh,
the
yeah.
buckboard is, trying to ignore Doc and his
Oh, no,
amore.
I'm listening.
So then, Skulls goes, all right, so I need to make sure that you're safe. So you head to Rocky Point. Uh, gosh, maybe take a little bit of money with you. If you have any type of weapon, keep that with you too, just in case.
All right. I mean, if you say so, yeah, I'll go get my father's pistol.
All right. If all goes well, I'll meet you later tonight. We'll see what we do from there.
So I mean, at that point, she looks flustered. She leans up because she's a little on the shorter side. She's probably about 19, and leans up and gives you a big old kiss. And she, walks over back to her horse and then starts riding back into town.
I'm going to college.
I do declare.
Roy just kind of walks over by where Doc is
Know
and
how to
puts his arm around him and goes, "How's that feel, lover boy?"
Can I stroke your pistol too?
Now
I
you
won't
have
stop you
caught
if you
your
really
fully
want to.
cocked.
Oh,
That was very convincing. Can we go now?
Well,
Yeah.
I'm kind of. Wait.
Oh.
Wait.
what are we waiting for?
Maybe we should take a few ranch hands into town with us
Why?
because he's got five big guys after him.
They're ranch hands. It's not.
Yeah,
It's
and
not their job.
but we are guests here, and you know that
It's
she
not-
would have sent
That's
if Ghost was here. She would be sending people with us.
They're not going to be that much good if they don't have a gun on them, and it doesn't look like any of them are the gunslinging type.
I thought everybody around here shot guns. Isn't that what they did in the West?
No.
Not everybody owns a gun. Do you have a gun?
I'm not from here. So, no. Well, no, I don't know where they put my gun.
you should have a Derringer at least.
She's going to go up to the first guy she sees and ask him if he knows how to shoot a gun. One of the ranch hands.
So, okay, you just find some random guy. He's out there tossing bales of hay, in a nearby barn, getting some of the animals fed. You just blurt out, "Hey, do you know how to shoot a gun?" And he kind of like turns and looks at you and he says, "I used to could.
So
I might could again."
if this place was to come under attack, who would be the one that would be protecting it?
It's an awfully odd question there, ma'am, but I suppose we all go get something.
That's what I thought. Thank you very much. She's just going to look at Amori and Doc.
We weren't there. You have to
Yeah.
come out and talk to us.
They're going to defend the ranch, not leave the ranch. You just confirmed my point.
Hey, Brittany, we're getting some echo from your side.
I'm not doing anything. Oh, right, from my. Okay, let's try
Yep.
switching.
Speaker.
I don't know. I still think that we should take a couple with us. Pay them.
They're NPCs in a game. This is a big game. Their job is limited to ranch handing, defend the ranch.
How's that?
To our knowledge. No, you're still echoing.
Yeah, still get the echo.
Our goal is to not break the simulation.
You know what? Okay, I'm going to tell you something. If you get shot and killed, I'm going to kill you myself.
You know what? That's likely to happen.
How's that?
Test.
Test.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, better. Kind of.
Okay.
Well,
No,
no, I can still hear my
Yeah, I
echo.
still hear it. The problem. Do you have a microphone on those little earbuds?
Oh, yes. Maybe that's it. I don't know how it works though.
Is there a mute button
Good.
on it?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
Well, would it be in your settings?
Well, that I don't know. I know she's using her microphone, but sometimes when we've been playing, sometimes it's also coming out the main speakers or something like
Well,
that.
is she using? Does she have more than one audio source? Chuck?
Not checked.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? Okay, let's try this.
I have a feeling I'm about to bury my face in my hands more this game than any other game that we ever play together.
Maybe they have a shotgun here that I can take.
Do you know what the range of a shotgun is in the Old West?
I can shoot a shotgun.
The effective range of a shotgun in the Old West is under 30 feet.
Okay. And what?
It'd at least be something.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to go into the ranch and see if they're willing to just hand you one of their guns, I doubt that's going to be the case, but be my guest.
Yep. And that's, she's going to go do that. She's going to go find somebody who can tell her where their little armory is and she needs to borrow a shotgun.
It shows you muted right now.
How's that? Any better?
Let me see.
Let's
1,
test.
2, 3. Yeah.
Perfect.
Better.
Okay.
Sweet.
Sorry.
Yeah, she's going to see if she can't get a hold of a shotgun.
Okay. Well, we don't need to get super in depth with that, but yes, you do get they do hand you a double barrel shotgun, 12 gauge.
How many bullets?
You're given a total of 4.
Okay. So she's going to come back with that, put it in the wagon, and climb on in.
Remind me to stand behind her.
I can shoot.
A shotgun is an area effect weapon.
Yeah, and I can still shoot. Don't stand in front of me.
That's what I just said.
Yeah.
Let's get the town so I can get wasted.
I might
I'd say
actually join you.
hammered, but Doc is going to probably be in a shootout pretty soon.
Yeah, well.
Don't forget to
see.
tickle the ivories, man.
So everybody's riding into town at this point in the car?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Alrighty. So at the speed that you're going, it's going to take you a little over an hour to get there. But, I mean, you get as you come rolling in, it's late morning at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Probably about 10:30, 11.
Me and Doc exit stage left and head towards the sheriff's office.
Yeah.
So where exactly, so just so I know, Doc, are you attempting to disguise yourself?
Let's see.
What are
here.
you doing since you know that there are people obviously looking for you?
Yeah, so he's going to take off his hat and his coat, so he's not going to be like wearing them. That way, it'll be a little different there. Do I have like any type of handkerchief or any type of like extra cloth,
Sure.
anything like that? Then he'll have that. He'll actually tie that like around his head, just anything to like make himself look different, and so he'll just kind of have that as a headband. Yeah.
We probably could have figured out something from my trousseau.
Just be
Same.
careful.
I mean, if you needed something to disguise you, I'm sure I had any number of handkerchiefs and whatnot.
And
That's
they
all.
would have
There's
smelled
one
nice.
duck in the town.
And they would have smelled nice.
Anyhow,
I'm going to the bar.
bye. Don't spend your $2 quickly.
Well, Senorita.
So at the very end of when you guys are coming in, obviously it's right there, coming in on Main Street where the big Gold Rush Inn is at. You've got your bank and whatnot nearby. You can see the sheriff's building right there with obviously the jail attached to it. There's a general store across the street from that. Of course, there's a blacksmith, catty corner to both. So several buildings down, just straight down here, and then of course you could turn to either side with obviously some not side buildings, but properties and whatnot off to the side.
Okay. In this era, how do you think one would procure a printing press? Obviously, they wouldn't have something like that on hand. So
maybe
I
we
guess
should
you'd
start.
order.
Maybe
from
we should
somewhere?
start at the post office.
Okay.
Mercantile. Is that what it
Let's.
was called?
We can ask the post office, and we can ask the store, and start asking around.
So, Brittany
Do we-
and Shelley, then you guys are looking to order a printing press.
Yes, or at least to inquire.
Yeah, well,
Inquiring.
yeah.
I
We have to find a building too.
Obviously, a lot of this is like, I mean, even if we were going to purchase a printing press, it would take time to get here. So at this point, we're
Mhm.
just like pretending, acting like we're going to order a printing press.
And
do
Dale,
we-
what are you doing?
Let's see. Going with Amore to the sheriff's office.
Okay. So, and then of
Did-
course, Stoles is just getting drunk. What you
We
need, Brittany?
didn't see the people that are after him, right? They're not.
She
There's
didn't
not
really
like a
give a
posse in the middle of
description.
town.
Yeah, she didn't really give a description outside of the fact that there are 5 people constituting a posse.
Okay,
So you don't
So,
see
nobody looks
anything
like
of that nature when you guys first get in.
got it.
Stolas is specifically looking for them. He is not going to let this be plot driven. He's going to have the characters interact with this universe that the robots made for us.
Noted.
And he might run them down for some money so he can buy some more booze.
Okay. So,
That's not a bad idea, actually.
Sam
I'm
and
talking.
Octavia, you two walk over to the post office / Coach Depot, where everybody is. They drop that off. Normally it is in smaller towns. It is usually a part of some other type of building. In this particular case, it's a small building that is only open for part of the day. It's currently open right now because they're obviously expecting another stagecoach to be coming in, because they usually run fairly regularly. But there's one kind of wiry looking guy on the backside, got a nice black and white outfit, could probably pass as some kind of a banker or telegraph agent of some kind. How do you do, ma'am? How can I help you today?
Hi there. I'm new to town, and I am looking to start myself a newspaper here. Do you know who I could talk to acquire a printing press?
Oh, printing press. Well, heavens. Well, we ain't had nothing like that come through this town, I think, ever. Well,
Right.
if you're...
I figured I would need to order something from the East Coast. So who do I talk to about that?
Oh, you need to talk to the general store. They probably have the appropriate measures that you'd want to take in the catalog you could take a look at, and then They, from my understanding, they'd make a run over to the telegraph and put in an order.
Perfect.
Probably up to Independence.
Are there any like empty office space that we could use?
No, not that I'm aware of. You
No,
probably
no storefront for rent.
no. I think everything's taken up. Oh, there's still plenty of room though. I'm sure you could find either side of town. You just need to probably talk to the mayor.
And who's the mayor?
That's Clifford Birch.
Can you tell us where we can find the mayor?
Oh, well, at this time of day, he's probably at home. He tends not to come in until a little bit later on, then makes his way around town to whatever business he's got going on.
Does he have an office here in town?
Uh, no. We ain't, in case you haven't able to tell, we ain't no big city like in them places back east.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. It's been very helpful.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure thing. You ladies have a nice day.
Actually, I do have another question for you. And it might be a kind of a strange one, but have you had any strangers come in, like, last year that has settled here?
I ain't one for gossip, so I do apologize. I tend to stay here more often than not. But I do get a gander every so often when people come off that wagon.
Surely you've
coming
seen
from out
new
of town.
faces at church and whatnot.
Oh, heavens no. No, not new faces like that, no. I did hear tell of a guy who came through, real kind of rugged looking feller. Some say he had a want ad posted up there not too long thereafter, but I don't know much about that.
He didn't stick around, did he?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
All right.
Oh, thank you.
How recently did you see him?
Well, I figure it was about last week.
All right. Thank you kindly. We'll see you around.
Oh, sure thing. You two enjoy your day now.
So then we will head over to the general store.
Okay, so you are walking on over to the general store. Stephen and Dale, you guys are on your way to the sheriff. So come walking in, and there is a oops, I need to push that down a little bit. Hold on one second. There is currently a deputy sitting in there. You can see some random guy sleeping it off in the cell. Very similar situation that Skulls woke up to. He was probably drinking as well.
Yeah.
I walk over to the deputy and go, I'm Arnold Clay. I've come into town in search of... where did that go? Red Bowman. I take out the poster and show him the picture of Red Bowman.
So he kind of tips up his hat. He's I want to say he's a little on the skinny side. On kind of wiry. He's got like facial stubble and whatnot. Although not young, he's probably late 20s at this point.
Barney Fife.
Tips up his hat as you show him your ad, and do you know why it is you're here? And he kind of looks for a second. He says, "Yeah, we saw that. We saw that fella come through here not too long ago. That's why we made sure we got that sign posted up out front."
So you're telling me he's already left the area?
We don't know if he's left the area now. We just know he came through.
Okay. Is staying out at the Widow's Ranch. Is there any other ranches in that area that he might have gone to?
I don't know why he'd have no business at no ranch, but yeah, there's several ranches out around here.
Okay. So it's possible he's not in town. He could be staying somewhere else if he knew someone. Okay.
I suppose he could be.
I see you've got some tents for the migrant workers, the Chinese. Um, don't suppose he might have gone and hid there?
You're welcome to go poke around, just so long as you don't stir them up, get them, out in the streets again. Folks tend to, they tend to like him up and out of the way.
Okay. I appreciate your time. Any idea when the sheriff will be back?
Oh, sheriff's checking in something. He'll probably be back in a couple hours. And he says, Doc, you all right with that thing on your head?
Just trying a new look. Speaking of which, I've been told that some men have been coming into town, perhaps looking for me. They may have come this away and talked to either you or the sheriff. Does that ring any bells?
Oh, yeah, they sure did.
So, you mind if I could find out exactly what they are asking and what they're doing?
Well, they were asking about you. Seems your little philandering's getting caught up with you.
Right, yeah.
Now, just between you, me, and the fence post, I don't particularly care one way or another. You being who you are, and apparently women folk tend to like you a little bit more than most. Well, let's just say their other halves are catching up.
Oh no.
That's
It's a bunch of wronged
going
husbands.
on.
Leave it to Doc.
Boy, I am such a stinker.
He says,
Well.
"Oh no, that ain't the word they use. It was unchristian-like."
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, any idea where they've gone off to in the meantime?
No, I don't reckon I know, but I'm sure they are looking for you.
Whew. Well, all right. There were 5 of them. Is that right?
Yeah, 4 or 5.
All right then. You wouldn't happen to be able to describe any of them, would you? That way I know what I'm looking for.
He says, well, they all look pretty different. Best way I could describe them is you walk anywhere near them, they're all going to scowl and look right at you. He says their leader, though, he's an older feller, maybe in his 40s. Got that kind of pepper going in his hair, a little bit of gray. But big guy, looked like he worked hard his whole life.
Gotcha.
He's what is he? He got a red scarf or red sash sort of thing. He's sporting 2 pistols, but he's got more of like a white and brown thing going on.
Okay. Well, much obliged, Deputy. I appreciate the fair warning. In the meantime, I've been helping out my friend here, and this Red Bowman. Do you happen to know if he has any accomplices?
He kind of stops and looks around to back at basically a copy of the poster that they made. He kind of tugs it off real quick and looks at it, and he says, "No, looks like he's a solo guy from what says here." He says your trained sheriff here or marshal, whatever. He should have more. Was in his jurisdiction.
All right then. Well, Thank you again, Deputy. Then he looks over to Amore, like, well, Arnold, you got everything you need here?
Yes, I do. Thank you, Doc. 5 husbands, huh?
You know, I get around apparently.
Yeah. So
What can I say?
and so he, the deputy at that point leans in. He says, "Doc, can I ask you a question?"
Oh, yeah, sure. What'd you need?
He says, I just gotta ask. I'm not the gossip type, but I did recognize one of them fellers, and I gotta say, you knocking boots with the girlfriend of Mad Dog Page? Whew. You got gumption, son.
Yeah,
I don't know whether to shake your hand or stand first in line at your funeral.
Well, you're sure to find out pretty soon, I reckon.
He says, "Well, I reckon that is." He says, "Well, you keep your head on swivel there, Doc."
I will. Thank you again. So he goes ahead and walks outside with Amore. And he's like, Mad Dog Page. Okay. Well,
Some things apparently don't change much, Doc.
yeah, I thought I could escape that kind of nonsense, coming into the Old West, but no, that's just going to haunt me wherever I go, even into fantasy lands. That's just great. That's just great.
Well, look at it this way. You get Mad Dog Page, I have the widow. I'm perfectly happy with that arrangement.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure you are.
Anyhow, Arnold takes the time to look around before going any farther. I'm assuming that's going to be awareness notice and
There we go. Yeah, it's gonna be intelligence and awareness notice.
okay. Cyberpunk rolls slash.
In this case, it's going to be the /R.
Slash R?
/R, yeah. It's the 1d10 roller.
Well, 23.
Okay.
Nice.
So you are keeping your head on the swivel, looking around, taking note of everything. We'll get back to you in a second. Stolas.
Yes.
So, are you walking back into the inn?
Yeah.
Okay, so you come walking back in there, and bartender looks back and he says, "Son, I thought I told you to get the hell out of my establishment."
Hey, I'm trying to pay off my debts.
How the hell you gonna pay off any debt? What, you pickpocket somebody? Because I don't take manure as coin.
No, I just asked one of those new guys to give me some money. Here's $1. It's not a lot, but I forget how much I owe you.
So he looks at that and he snaps up the dollar real quick. He says, "Great, now you're a beggar out there begging for change. You don't even got no tin cup."
Hey, I didn't beg. I said, hey, can I have $2? He gave me $2. That's not begging.
That's begging, son.
That ain't begging. Begging is a cup.
I would imagine somebody without any sort of shame saying exactly that. So, you going to fork over more, or do I have to just kick you out, by your ears?
I'm leaving. How much do I owe you for the rest of it?
He says, "Well, $10 will settle it up."
Oh, sorry. I guess I got a little too bad. I apologize. I'll bring back more when I can. Now,
yeah,
do you have any
you do
musical
that.
entertainment?
I'm sorry, what?
Musical entertainment.
He's like,
Playing the guitar,
Uh,
the piano.
"Why exactly would you be asking about musical entertainment?"
I'm trying to turn over a new leaf here. I can be drunk and be musical.
No, you can't unless you're passing gas, and even that doesn't qualify for music, son.
Want to make a bet? I'll put $1 on it.
not right proper. No, I do not. That's a
Bet him
type of bet.
$10.
That's the type of bet you just don't win.
I have $1, and he pulls out the other $1. I have $1 on me.
You had $1, and he swipes it.
That means I owe you 9 left.
That is exactly what that means.
Does he actually have a piano in here?
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
He's going to go over and he is going to play something jaunty.
He said, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa! What in the hell are you doing at my piano?"
I'm sober right now. Let me try and earn a keep. If you don't want me out on the streets begging and making the town look like bad.
Okay, roll your empathy and persuasion fast talk.
Anything but a 1. Okay, 5. 9 and fast talk 15.
Okay, so he's like, get out there and wash your hands first before you put them grubby fingers all over them keys.
He'll go out, he'll wash his hands, and he'll come back in, and he will sit down, and I'm going to roll one more time for you.
Okay.
And this time it's going to be the play instrument
Sure.
and tech.
Go ahead.
8. Another 15.
Okay. Na 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 na. Na 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 na.
I was looking for something a little bit more on theme.
No, I'm just kidding. Oh, the Camptown ladies sing this song. Doo-da,
Ding, ding.
doo-da. Anyways,
Bust out some Billy Joel, some Stevie Wonder.
yeah, that'll work. You know, we didn't
Just a
start
small
the
town
fire.
boy.
Well, she's singing. All right, so you are in the middle of playing, trying to get your groove on. Okay, ladies. So you come walking over to the general store. Has anybody seen McClintock? Probably not.
No.
Okay, I don't think so. Okay, they have a couple shots of a general store in there, but basically,
seen
what
a
a general
general store.
store looks like.
I've seen Little House on the Prairie.
It's well, there you go. Close enough, I guess. On the inside, it's got he has like 2 rows of essentially. I want to say they're like troughs, but they hold grain in it. So you just kind of take a shovel and put it in your bag or whatever, and then he take it up front and he would weigh it for you appropriately. It's obviously not something you would get in bulk. It's what you would use for the household. So like if you needed some flour or if you needed rice or whatever have you. Then he's got, 2 displays of just canned goods that kind of come up. One of which, tomatoes, the other one of peas. And he's obviously got some other hardtack and whatnot in the back on shelves. But of course, it being a general store, he also has additional things like he has some knickknacks that you might find around the house. Off the other side, he's got
Fabric.
yeah, exactly. Bolts of fabric, some pre-made clothes kind of set up there a little bit, but not much. But most of it, just there to be made. Very much kind of like walking into Cracker Barrel, the front half. With the exception of not a whole lot of pre-made clothing, more bolts of cloth and whatnot for the design thereof. And a gentleman, he carries himself as if he's well-to-do, and he's got himself a nice full mustache and beard. And he says, "Good morning, ladies. How can I help you?"
So Sam will offer her hand to shake, and
Okay.
she'll say, Hi there. I'm Alberta Burton. I hear you folks don't have a newspaper looking to set up shop. Don't
Well,
suppose you could.
he shook your
Uh,
hand and he says, well, you figure right, ma'am. You don't strike me as the entrepreneurial type. Is this, are you going to be bringing in some men for that, or?
Lady can do business just fine on her own.
Well, money is still money, so how can I help?
Can you tell me how much it would be to order in a printing press into your fine town?
Ordering a printing press. So he goes back under his calendar, his counter, and he pulls out kind of a like one of those old time Sears catalog looking things, that has like all of it, that you could possibly buy in there. As he's thumbing through it, you actually see pre-built homes that you can purchase. Yes, fans, that really was a thing.
Wow.
I will confirm that. Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm. And there are some pre-built, there are some pre-built homes, especially around Cleveland, that are actually still standing.
Wow. They
Random
don't make
stuff,
them like they used to.
yep, random stuff you find out. Okay. So he kind of flips through, looking for it, and he says, "All right, well, we've only. It looks like they've only got the one model. It would have to come from the East Coast." He says, "But that's gonna cost you about $550."
All right. Well, it's more than I brought out from the East Coast with me, but can I do some sort of a payment plan?
Establishment for credit, huh? I don't know if that might be possible. Why don't you give me give me well, why don't you give me either an empathy and seduction check or an empathy and persuasion fast talk check, depending on which one is higher for you, or which
Okay.
direction you'd like to take that in.
Well, he's a little bit old for me, but that could work to, actually my skill is higher in persuasion, so we'll do that for now. $22. Oh, that was a 10. Let me re-roll.
Ooh.
Plus 9, so 31.
Whoa.
Nice.
Nice. So he kind of mulls that over a second here, and he says, "Did you have a mind where you wanted to place the press?"
That's my next order of business. We need to have a word with the mayor and see if there's any room that we can rent to set up our little newspaper. Don't suppose you know of anything offhand?
No, I don't. We don't have anything here in town. It'd probably have to be built. So I figured then you're going to need to speak to the mayor as well about getting some sort of parcel of land, and then having I guess the newspaper office set up.
All right. Why don't I have a word with Mayor Burge and then come back a little later this afternoon and give you the plan.
Is it Birch or Burge?
I wrote Burge.
I got Birch.
Yeah, it's actually birch.
Okay.
Okay.
Just out of curiosity, what'd you guys have for the first name?
Clifford?
Okay, thank you. I figured I might need to make sure. He says, "Well, I'll tell you what, ma'am. Did you give him your name?
I did.
Okay. He says, he says, well, Miss Burton, he says, I'll tell you what. He says, my name is Edgar Wilson. And once you have that little property issue figured out and have an aside on that, then we can talk about finding a way for you to make some payments on that printing press. Because I think a town such as this nature, we're on the up and up. We deserve to have a paper. So I figured that might be a worthwhile investment.
That's a splendid idea. I'm very grateful for your assistance. When I get all set up, you can be sure that I'll give you some advertisement space at a premium discount.
Oh, why, much appreciated.
Mr. Wilson, you you're pretty up to date on the things that are going on around town, are you not?
I can be from time to time. I figured a woman in your line of work would probably know more than I would, though.
Yeah, well, I'm not in that line of work no more.
And Sam will kind of like put her arms or hands on her shoulders, and she'll say, Mr. Wilson, I've paid her, what is her name again?
Mabel Connor.
Mabel.
Mabel
Yeah,
Connor.
Oh, there. I've paid Miss Connor's debts and hired her as my assistant. So if you could spread that word around town, we'd be very appreciative.
Well, I don't know why exactly you would do such a thing, but I'd be happy to correct any folk that might have to mention that in passing.
I mean, I do have some value. But anyway, the reason why I was asking you, I heard a rumor that there's some men looking for Doc. Have you seen or heard anything
Oh
about
yeah,
that?
that posse that came into town earlier on. Yeah,
Posse?
they're
Is
looking.
he that
They're
card
looking
shark?
They're looking
Is
to
he that
string him
card
up.
shark that we saw yesterday?
They're looking
Mm-hmm.
to string him up by his neck until he's dead.
What did he do?
Yeah, do you know why?
Oh, he says. He kind of chuckles. He says, "Yeah, right after they got done at the Gold Rush Inn, they came in here. They came looking, I guess, buying supplies because they've been out on the road for several days." He says, "Come to find out," he says, "Doc's been messing with their women folk."
So
Says,
these fellas came from how far?
"Well, I reckon far. I don't know where exactly," he says, "but far enough." He says, "A big guy looked like he kind of calling the shots. Sound like maybe it was his daughter
Oh my.
that had her virtue stolen."
Sam looks a little bit scandalized, but she pulls out a little notebook and starts making notes like a reporter would.
Okay. And so he's like,
I thought Doc was shacking up with that Mary May thing.
and so he kind of like looks and he says, "Oh, maybe she was just one more notch on his bedpost. Make sure her daddy don't hear about that."
What does her daddy do?
Oh, Hiram runs the bank here in town. Or sorry,
Oh my.
no, he's the blacksmith.
The blacksmith. Okay.
Oh shoot, no, I got that wrong. Ugh.
Nope.
Yeah, Hiram Kane is the blacksmith, and you can write that down if you want. No, it's Russell Graham who is the banker.
And
Which one
her
is
daddy?
her father?
That's her father.
The banker?
Russell
Yeah.
what?
Russell Graham, like graham cracker.
Russell.
Graham.
Huh. Maybe there's a bounty on Doc, and I don't know it.
I'm sorry, Doc. I'm going to get some money here. And he says there were some other folks that were with him. He says, but this other feller, he had a mean look about him. Kept going on about how his girlfriend was defiled, and he was gonna take back her virtue or something like that. He kept talking about pound of flesh. It was pretty grim.
I'm not
sounding.
sure it works. Not sure it works that way, but
Oh, apparently it works
Maybe
that way
he's
to him.
looking for her honor. Well, Doc is kind of
wow.
he's easy on the eyes.
Is he a long-standing member of the town?
And how
who,
long
Doc?
has Doc been here?
No, not as far as I know. He's been here a couple months, though. Folks all know him. Mary May apparently knows him better than most.
Apparently.
Well, you didn't hear it from us. Well, thank you, Mr. Wilson. We'll be seeing you a bit later today.
Well,
Have a
then-
good day, Mr.
She'll
Wilson.
shake his hand.
Okay. He shakes your hand in return. He says, "You ladies enjoy your day."
Oh, so once they step outside, maybe we should go find the boys.
Is it about that time?
She looks
So
up at the
as you,
sky.
but-
I don't have
yeah.
I don't have a timepiece on me.
So Justin, what was your intention at the Gold Rush Inn? Just to play music?
Yeah, he didn't see the posse, so he's trying to earn off his debt.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, it
Well,
didn't really
here comes
earn.
the
It didn't
pokey
really
for you
earn you
now.
anything except a free drink. But you at the same time you didn't get thrown out.
Baby steps.
Hey, play one night here, play one night somewhere else, see who gets the most business.
Yeah, it was barely coming up into the afternoon, and I mean it's clear this is probably not the spot to be in the middle of the afternoon. So there wasn't really a whole lot of people in here at any given time.
Well, even then, it was to make him look better in the
Sure.
eyes of the people.
I mean,
We do
you,
not know the
you
story
definitely played a
arcs.
mean piano, so
But he'll thank the guy. If I get any more money, I'll bring it to you.
he says, "Well, yeah, you do that, and don't let the sheriff catch you."
I'm not doing anything illegal by playing.
You ain't allowed to be begging in city limits, here, son.
Oh, when I asked for that money, I wasn't in the city limits. I was out on one of the ranches.
That don't make me know. Never mind. I'm just letting you know.
And even then, asking ain't begging.
Tell that to the sheriff.
I will have the philosophical discussions with him later.
Okay, well, if that's the case, then I ain't wanting you back in this establishment because he's liable to put a bullet in you, and that means I ain't going to get paid.
Now I'll see what happens. Worst comes to worst, I sleep on the street a night or two. And he'll walk out.
Okay. So where were you guys meeting at?
I don't think we had established a location. Maybe like, where do you think we would have?
I would think
Decided.
the saloon.
Yeah, would have thought the Gold Rush Inn.
Sure.
Would we just meet there and then find a private spot, or would we like
Yeah, just meet
get
them.
a room? or something? Do they have like a private dining room?
No.
No, we
No.
just have to take up a corner.
Yeah.
Would they let us take our picnic in there?
No. It's a saloon. You're taking away their ability to make a profit.
Yeah.
We could meet there. We can meet outside the front of the saloon, and then we could walk to the edge of town and find a tree,
Okay.
which is what most people do in the West.
So, upon seeing them, um, Octavia's she's just going to be shaking her head at Skulls. Just couldn't keep it in your pants, could you?
You can't blame me for things that my character did. Come on now.
Well, obviously these guys, and by the way, Mary May's daddy owns the bank.
He's the banker.
Mhm.
That's
And he ain't gonna be too happy to find out you've taken her virtue too.
Oh, so you heard about? Yeah, right. That's right.
Well, yeah, because Mr. Wilson over at the general store was full of information.
Oh,
Seems
Well-
like you were messing around with somebody's daughter, and he wants to string you up so he can have his girl's virtue back.
yeah. It's whatever.
They want to
virtue
hang you
this,
until
honor
you're
that.
dead.
And I'm sure they want to shoot me till I'm dead and stab me till I'm dead and everything else till I'm dead. Well, they're
What
just
are you
gonna have
gonna
to
do
try.
about that?
Make them dead first, hopefully,
Mo-
or make them leave. I don't know.
Arnold Clay likes the dead first thought.
Wouldn't
Yeah,
that be
it-
murder? Wouldn't the sheriff have to come after him then for murder?
Self-defense.
Maury looks down at the badge. She's pinned to him. Goes, seriously? Do you not see the badge?
Maybe you should deputize Doc.
Not necessary. Anyway, did you ladies
So-
figure out what you needed to do for your thing?
Yeah, we
Well-
need $550.
and we need to build a place to house the new newspaper.
So we gotta
So-
go find the mayor.
Ah. Okay.
How about obviously this is a little out of our scope at the moment, but just playing the game. How about you?
Well, yeah, we got just a little bit of information, not a ton on Amore's quarry there, but apparently the guy's in the area or, supposedly nearby, but nobody's heard of him, doesn't have any accomplices. So we'll just have to do some more footwork there. And as far as my guys, yeah, there's 5 of them. One of them is a leader. He's got 2 pistols and he has a red scar, a big bruiser of a man. And another one, I don't know if it's the same one, but they call him Mad Dog Page.
Well, that doesn't sound promising.
Yeah, it all sounds like a lot of terrible, honestly, but at least I know how many there are, so I score 5 points. My quest is complete, apparently.
It's just another version of Darcy. We'll be fine.
Well,
Great.
maybe your character should keep it in your pants like Stolas.
He can barely keep it in his pants. I mean, I can actually keep mine in my pants.
Oh well, doesn't sound like it.
I don't think we need to get that specific.
True. So that money, 550, yeah, that's a lot. You don't have that much on you, do you?
Have you
No, I don't.
that you know of?
You
I
have
wonder.
those stocks.
I wonder.
Oh, that's
if,
true.
I wonder if you were to go to the bank, if there was some way you could inquire how much money you have back east.
Oh,
Maybe I could trade those stocks.
Redeem them?
Yeah.
yeah, see what they're worth. The bank might be able to do that for you, or they'll tell you who you need to talk to, I bet.
Okay, well, I guess we'll talk to the mayor first to get an idea of how much it would cost to
Is there
get an
anything you would?
office.
Is there anything you would like for me to tell Mr. Graham?
Arnold's
Plenty
just
I'd
gonna.
like you to not tell him, honestly. I don't know. Just don't know.
We
Maybe
just
we
got to
should-
keep you alive.
Maybe we should walk down by Chinatown, Doc.
Yeah.
So we're going to Chinatown.
Well, yeah. There's plenty of fun things to do in Chinatown.
Where's Stolas? Or Milton?
Yeah, have you seen him?
Nope.
I was hearing somebody on the piano. I don't know if that was him or if they got somebody else to play in there.
Well, he's got that big banjo he likes to play with, so.
Right. Okay, so are we meeting
we gonna-
again afterwards? After.
I thought we were going to go eat and kind of figure out what to do next.
Oh, that sounds like an excellent idea.
Are we going to wait for Stolas?
We probably should.
Should we go look for him?
So
How about I'll peek in. If those guys are in there, they don't need to see your face. So she'll go peek in to
Okay.
see if Stolas is in there.
So you walk back from where you're at, walking back into town. It's not terribly far out of it. Yeah, I mean, he's there, and he's, at this point probably just walking out, looking around, just finishing up his piano playing.
Hey,
Hey, what's up,
Mabel? How's it going, Milton?
Going fantastic.
Would you like to take a walk with me?
Where are we going?
I'm feeling Chinese.
You look fine to me.
She's
Oh, I'm
gonna
not
take.
there.
She's gonna take Stolas' arm. Come on,
One moment.
don't say it. Whatever it is, don't say it. Well, found out who the guys are that are looking for skulls.
I kept it in. I couldn't myself. All right. I guess you want to go and see the camps.
Are you done?
At least I didn't make the egg roll joke.
Maybe not while we're there. Come on, the others are waiting.
He'll go with them. With
Okay.
her.
So you're heading back to your camping spot then? Or
Yep.
Your
Well,
picnic
yeah,
spot, I
well,
should say?
yeah.
Yeah.
So she's gonna fill Stolas in on what she learned
Sure.
about the posse.
Sure. Sounds good.
That sounds like a plot-driven story there.
it does,
If
doesn't
Doc
it?
if Doc is running from it, it's gonna find him. We could be in the hollow earth and they'll find him. By the way, have any of y'all read Jules Verne?
No.
Jules?
Yeah, Jules Verne.
What jewels?
Yeah. That's my question. What Jules?
The time machine.
You're
There's
talking
some-
about
You
old
found
literature?
a time machine with some jewels?
Dude. She is one of the most... I forget if it's a he or she.
It's
That's
a
a
he.
Justin problem.
He.
It's a he.
He's one of the most prolific science fiction writers of his time.
Which was when?
Now! Have none of you seen Back to the Future 3?
No.
Oh, can't even watch cinema with you. Like, you guys wonder why I'm out of my gourd most of the time.
I've seen the first one.
No, we don't wonder.
Right.
Jules Verne wrote The Time Machine.
So he's
10,000
an
Leagues
author.
Under the
Oh,
Sea.
So
Okay.
it's
Call
not
me
real
Ishmael.
jewels.
So you like an author who writes those? That's great.
Are
What's
you
During
the
saying
point?
that he was alive during this time?
During this era, he was alive.
Ah.
It could give you something to talk to the locals about.
If they know about him.
Who doesn't?
Me.
We should
Yes.
probably stick to what we know. If you want to talk to people about Jules Verne and you know that, you go right ahead.
We are in the time machine without the time travel. Just saying. Just saying.
Okay.
I-
so
Anyway,
Doc, is this a side effect of the drugs?
no, I think it's a side effect of the other thing.
It's just Stolas being By the way, Stolas, how are you feeling? I haven't seen you like having any jitters or saying weird nonsense or anything. You feeling all right?
I saw the guy on the motorcycle back in the town square, if that's what you're asking.
Did
That's
you
a
really?
joke.
Yeah, okay, good. I can't tell
I-
sometimes.
I don't see why any of you are not excited to be here. This
Well,
is
probably because
this
If
is
it was
five
our
big guys.
choice to come here, it would be great. But
Yes.
we were all drug here, apparently.
Stolas,
it was
give me an intelligence and awareness notice check.
it was my lifelong dream to be a whore. Thanks, Phyllis.
Wow, that was a slap in the face.
And I'm sure Doc just loves being hunted by 5 men with women he didn't really get to enjoy.
You don't know that last part's true.
That
I
he
mean,
didn't
I
get-
know that it's true. You know, I'm not really Doc Holloway, right?
I know, but that doesn't mean you don't have the memory
12.
of what he enjoyed.
12?
yeah.
Okay.
Do you
Look,
have memories of
do,
being?
do you remember anything before riding that train?
So,
Boy, that would be
Stolas,
great.
as everybody's kind of bantering back and forth about, Doc's love life at this point, you see a Morlock hanging off of Sam's shoulder, and he looks directly at you, and he's like, I know, right?
A what hanging off my shoulder?
A Morlock.
A Morlock? What's that?
From the Time Machine, Jules Verne.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh.
Underground
we
creature.
might have to
looks-
deal with Morlocks like the one on her shoulder, but right now, we don't have to worry about cyber psychos. We don't have to worry about incoming medtech and just shooting us away from a scene because someone happened to die. We don't have
No,
to
we
worry
just
about
have to worry about some robots hunting down Doc and blowing us away because we're with them.
It's a game to them. Even if the bullets are real,
This
they're not
is
going to try
real
and kill
to
him.
them. No, this is not a game to them. This is real to them. I don't think you are grasping the seriousness of our situation. We can die here. This is
Yeah.
not a game.
And we can die to someone randomly shooting an RPG through our window, too.
Well, at least we're back at home in real life. This we
Eating
did not
fake
choose.
food.
We did not choose this.
Speaking of food, hey, Stolas, you gonna partake in any of those potatoes?
When I get back to the ranch, I might.
Fair enough. Potatoes gonna potate.
Is there really something?
What is he
On me.
talking?
No.
What are you
Who did you just
talking?
talk to?
Can't you see the Moloch on her shoulder?
The what? And Sam's gonna just be like,
He's still okay. He's going through the withdrawals right now. It's delusions. That's one of the things.
Either way, I'm just saying, at least here, if we get killed, we know why. I'm going to get killed because more than likely I pissed off the sheriff or the mayor because I'm the town drunk. Doc is the philanderer.
Yeah, that makes it so much better.
Arnold just kind of looks at him and goes, "You have a really skewed sense of reality," and continues walking to the picnic area so that he can sit down and eat.
Like
Yeah,
we could
you guys are
die.
at the picnic area at this point.
Okay.
We could die for a million reasons back in Phoenix.
Dysentery is a real thing here too.
I know. I will watch out for that. But what I'm saying is at least here we have a surroundings. We're not surrounded by 10-floor buildings where anyone can take a pop shot on us.
Preach.
We don't have to worry about going down the wrong street, rolling over a landmine.
You know, I
know
feel
that's gotta
safer. I feel safer back home than I do here.
And we're eating real food. We're
To our
not
knowledge.
eating 25% human and whatever else they can find and mix in with it.
I still think we're eating kibble. We just don't know it.
You know, they said that they never actually did, change their recipe. But I mean,
Yeah, so at that point, the Morlock's like, "Wait, we're eating human?" He starts like looking around and getting, he's getting eyes at this point for Sam.
Yeah, back in Phoenix, literally, they are feeding humans other humans, and it's going to have this mad cow cascade that's going to occur, and I just don't know when it's going to happen, man.
You don't want her, do you?
Sam? Nah, bench press is all I need.
Okay,
what
your
is going on?
conversation with the thing is getting too in depth. You're giving too much information. You're turning into Mother, but right in front of us here. You gotta cool it. Try to ignore whatever you're seeing right now, bud.
Detox is going to be killer on me. We all know this.
Yeah,
I'm glad I don't have a firearm, or my first option might have been to shoot the thing.
yeah.
do you
Be
think
glad
they
I'm not
had-
seeing a giant squid popping up out of the sands to attack us.
Do you think they have loans back in this day?
Loans?
As she's asking that
like in
question,
bank loans?
Stolas,
Yeah.
as she's asking that question, everything's happening the way it's happening, but you actually see the Morlock picking her up and starting to walk away with her. But she's asking, I wonder if they have loans. Like, she's clearly oblivious to the fact that he's carting her off to go eat her.
I would think so, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Maybe that's the route we should go. We should talk to Mr. Graham and get a loan to start this newspaper.
Maybe Mary May could put a good word in for you.
Maybe we should pretend that we don't know them. Just to keep our odds good.
She's
Arnold
gonna
Clay
give-
is
she's-
ignoring the conversation and sitting there
she's
eating food, ignoring what they're saying.
she's also given Stolas kind of an odd look.
Yeah, Stolas, she's being awfully calm for having her arm devoured right now.
He's
Stolas,
ignoring
your
her being
eye is
in-
twitching. Are you all right?
Coming down is a hell of a process. The Moloch is eating your arm right now.
Nothing is eating my arm, Stolas.
I understand that. I understand that I'm going to be hallucinating for the next few days,
And
I'm
what
glad
is-
all they armed me with was a knife.
I don't. You know what? I don't want to know.
Oh, you have a knife on you then, huh?
Just don't stab anybody.
You think maybe I should hold on to that knife for you, Stolas?
Are you worried I'm going to try to carve a Moloch out of my arm? Several inches
I
deep.
mean, you just said it, and you just described it in a way that's making me uncomfortable. So, maybe so that you don't hurt
$5.
yourself.
Stolas, give me another intelligence and awareness perception or awareness notice check.
Intelligence 13, awareness 19.
Okay. So at this point, as you're talking to Skulls, and he's giving you the finer points of why you should probably hand over your knife or buy it or whatever have you, he actually looks like the meat mascot for all foods. And if you've ever seen that picture in the Cyberpunk 2077 game, it's actually a part of the advertisement. So.
CP
Like the creature that looks like a bunch of food products all strung together.
Yes. Yeah. Basically, he's got like a turkey or a chicken or something like standing upright, and he has like hard-boiled eggs right here for eyes, and he has like bacon for like lips.
I've got to see this now. Oh my god, that's horrific. Yes. Please buy the knife off of me real quick so I can tell that stupid bartender I didn't beg for the money. And the sheriff.
Or sausages, that's what it was, yeah.
Huh.
So
That's not terrifying.
Yeah, FYI, Stolas, at this point, you need to give me a cool check. So at this point,
straight cool.
Give me a cool and resist drugs.
Okay. 16 plus 5 is 21.
Oh, nice. Okay. So you're panicked, but you're not like wanting to knife Skulls right now because meat is not supposed to talk like that.
$5. Well, I got 20 on me. Sure.
Done.
Why not? Go ahead. Hand him $5 and take the knife.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to kindly turn away from all of you before you turn into other Mr. Whitey products. I think that's the name of it, Mr. Whitey.
No, it's all food. It's the advertisement where he says, "Try our new meat paste," or "Try our new meat delight paste." In fact, hold on a second.
And then
Stop it. I will drop the link in our Facebook chat so you can see the YouTube clip.
Oh my. Yeah.
Oh, I thought it had a name like Mr. Whitey or something like
No,
that.
that's one of the other ads, yeah.
Yeah.
And he will take the money, pocket it, and he will turn his back on everybody and stare off into the desert.
Okay.
Now, I will say you were a fantastic looking pile of meat products talking to me.
Whew. Okay. You need to go drink water. You need to drink lots of water, my friend. But make sure it's clean. It's not a guarantee, especially here. Boil it first if you can.
The Morlock did say that dysentery is a thing at this time, so we might want to be cautious of that.
At least you have informative hallucinations. Right, good. Just remember, anything that's impossible isn't real. Don't freak out.
Arnold Clay would look up and go, huh, trapped in an AI recreation park. You might want to word that a little bit differently, Doc.
I mean, if he's seeing weird monsters and things appear out of nowhere, he can tell if that's fake compared to a person. It's a Morlock. I don't even know what that is. And I'm apparently an assembly of meats now. You know.
You're the All Foods mascot.
Yeah, he's pulling from what he knows. That's typical hallucinatory delusional behavior.
Did you say that's typical behavior?
Of one who hallucinates and one who really enjoys meat, you're probably a little hungry, or you're remembering the meat we just had recently.
Weren't those eggs delicious?
They were.
Anyhow, Now that we're through discussing hallucinations, do we have a useful line of endeavor going forward?
Well, I think I'm going to go to the bank. Um, do you have any leads on your criminal person?
Supposedly he's not in town, but I have to talk to the sheriff. It was only a deputy. If I felt like, it was important, I could probably search Chinatown, but the deputy says there's no indication he knows anyone in Chinatown. So probably a
We
last.
spoke to somebody at the post office who mentioned a rugged fellow who looked like the guy in the wanted ad, and that was last week. So
Ah,
not a great lead, but more than we had before, perhaps.
I can always drop by this table while I'm waiting for the sheriff to return.
Okay, so when do we want to meet up next and where?
Um,
probably same place before sundown. We don't have a lot of artificial light here, so that way we'll be able to make it back and get the stagecoach to get back to the safe zone before it's nighttime.
sounds reasonable.
Okay. If you have any trouble, I guess send up. Do they have like flares or something?
Actually, I'll just shoot it. Pistol is actually one of the
Okay.
things I'm good with.
I guess we'll probably hear about it. It's not that big a town.
You see, I told you. If you hear the gunshot, you know what's going on. It's probably just one of us.
Okay, well, don't die.
Yes,
Right.
please don't die. Neither one, any of you.
Yeah. I have first aid, so if it's dark, I'll just pretend I really know what I'm doing and use
And
my first aid.
Stolas, don't talk about your imaginary friends in town.
These are also symptoms of heat stroke.
Um,
I will
Go
still
drink
won't-
water. Go pay off your debt. In that order.
okay,
Well,
try and
good
stay
thing
out
that
of trouble.
keeps plenty of water for the horses.
Okay.
So is that,
I prefer my
Stolas, is
water
that
with a
what you're
little
gonna go do?
whiskey.
Stolas, is that what you're going to go do?
Yes, he's gonna get up and he's gonna walk back.
Okay, so you go walking back. You've got more money with you somehow, and head back to the Gold Rush Inn. And as you come walking up, you see this stagecoach come rolling up, and it's this real beat up, rickety, old looking stagecoach with patched hole. Well, I should say patched holes, but holes in the canvas cover that come over the back. The two riders that are riding in the actual carriage itself, they look undead. Like they were dead, and somebody decided to say, "Hey, we're animated now." So I mean, they've got very kind of sunken in features and very pale skin and obvious looking some veins and whatnot. Their hair is a little patchwork, and the guy who's got the reins as you come walking up, he brings the wagon to a stop, and he says, "Get in, loser. We're going to Oregon."
He goes to the bank.
Okay.
He is not sure if that bartender has the opportunity to change a 20. He's not going to take the guess.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your resist drugs again.
13 plus 4 is 17.
17. Okay, so so you're like, the only holdup you have right now is you're trying to get the 20 changed, but at this point you're like, you're climbing up into the wagon. You're just like, you know what? Screw it. They probably got change in Oregon.
Looks like I'm going to Oregon.
And of course, they start riding off, and you can hear gurgling and some coughing coming from inside the wagon. You can see that there's some children in there, and there's obviously a smell about it and whatnot. And give me an intelligence and general knowledge check.
Oh, that's a 1.
Oh, nice. You've got no. Oh, go ahead and roll again. Shelly, mute yourself.
Sorry.
It's okay.
General knowledge is 2 and intelligence is 4, so 14.
No. Just remember, you need to roll 1d10. This is how.
Oh,
bad
that's right. 8.
How bad the botch is. Woohoo! Okay. Wow. All right. So, you at first thought this was just the undead. You are thoroughly convinced that you are riding with victims of the bubonic plague. You're okay with this because you need to get change for your 20. And so
Can we go to the bank, please?
Yeah, and there's like, yeah, of course, we'll stop at one on the way. And you just visually, you're riding out of town at this point. And you keep looking back occasionally at these kids that, out of character, because you botched this roll, your mind initially thought, okay, they all died of dysentery. You botched your intelligence check, so this is like the worst, one of the worst, plagues or whatnot that you could think of, and you're just like, oh, okay, well, this is fine.
I'm in a carriage with Gogoth and shit demons. I'll be okay.
So you just kind of keep riding it, and at this point, you guys he's gone like a full hour. At this point, you don't hear or see hide nor hair of him.
Okay, I'm pretty sure the bank wasn't that far away.
It definitely wasn't.
I think we need to go after him. Somebody needs to be with him. He's probably being led around by one of his hallucinations or something at this point.
Weren't we going to the bank too as well?
Yeah. Since you're known here,
Right.
maybe you could go look for Stolas, and I'll just do the bank by myself.
Oh. Yeah, I'll go babysit the boy.
Just for a little while until this is a really delicate conversation, I think.
Well, hopefully he's not in the bank
I'm trying to
having
sober up.
one of his episodes. How about I walk to the bank with you? If he's not
Okay.
there, then I will go look for him.
Okay, that sounds great.
Okay, so basically from where you're at, walking back towards town, taking the path, coming back in, basically to your left as you come walking in is the Gold Rush Inn again. You're kind of at that point in town. Then as you come walking around, you see that there's a small crowd of people out in front of the Gold Rush Inn. And you see Stolas just sitting kind of semi-calmly on the post, the hitching post for the horses. And occasionally, he's just randomly talking to somebody and nobody has any idea. Like, the sheriff is standing there and kind of doing this sort of thing. And, at one point he ends up rattling off something about, you look awfully spry for, dying of the bubonic plague. And everybody's looking around. It's like, did he mention plague? And he's just like, how long do you think it's going to take to get to Oregon from here? It's like, I need to go to the bank. To random nobody. He says, oh, okay, there's a bank on the way? Okay, no problem. And he's just like, is that what a buffalo looks like?
Oh
Just
my
like,
God.
randomly, sort of thing. Like, and just by looking at him, like his eyes aren't even going the same direction. Like there's like,
Oh, gosh.
like he.
I don't mean to be insensitive, but I have to use the bathroom, the outhouse. The trail's a bit bumpier than I expected it to be.
So
What?
yeah, so I mean,
What'll be?
at that point, they're just like, just go, man.
Maybe it would be best if he is in a cell. It might be safer for everyone.
I mean, at that point, Stolas just kind of like looking around. He's got kind of this, again, his eyes just all like looking around, in either direction. Like you can tell, like that this is bad. And at some point, he's just like, oh, okay. I mean, if you say so. And then, unfortunately, he just starts wetting himself right there on the hitching post, and like the crowd is all like, oh, like they all like spontaneously start moving back from him, and even the sheriff's like, oh, no, and he motioned to the deputies like, you get him off there, and he's like, boss, no way, man, let him finish or whatever the heck he's doing.
Sam, what do we do?
I think we don't know him.
I mean, that's
This
not
is
really-
going to ruin our cover.
I'm sorry I messed up your velvet seats.
Maybe I'll just sit here and watch, and you go to the bank, and if I have to, I'll
You just
intervene.
see if they take him to the jail or whatever. Just keep an eye on him.
So okay, so she's gonna walk over to the sheriff. Howdy, sheriff.
Howdy.
Do you think that maybe it'd be safer for Milton if he was in one of your sales?
Yeah, at this point, some of the people standing around watching this, they're like, yeah, and he says, I reckon so.
Hey, Milton.
Yes.
Hang on. Give me one more resist drugs check.
Okay, starting very positively with a 13, 18, and 36.
Wow. Okay.
Or 26, sorry.
26. Okay. That's a big difference.
Yes.
Oh, because you rolled a 10.
How are you
Good
running
deal.
alongside the carriage?
Well, that's because I'm going to take you someplace else.
Yeah, so, I mean, at that point, the people you're riding with are like, those are engines. Don't you trust her?
But I know her.
And when they say that, I mean, you visualize her as like a Native American squaw. She's got like a legit hatchet, and a pistol at her side at this point. Even though she's talking to you, it sounds sensible. Like she looks very threatening.
Are you gonna scout me with that hatchet?
What? No. I'm going to take you to the bank.
Yes, I need to go to the bank.
Yeah, they're like, we're almost there. We got to cross over this river.
No, they're taking you to the wrong bank. Me and the sheriff are going to take you to the right bank.
Is the sheriff gonna shoot me?
No, he's not going to shoot you.
No, of course he's going to shoot you. Look at you. You're carrying the plague, son.
Oh no.
Come on,
Now,
Milton.
why don't you just tell your friend to shoo? We're almost there.
Hold on 1 second. We are not going to let Justin decide this. We're going to let fate decide this.
Oh no.
Okay.
Okay, for anyone who doesn't know, I actually have 2 silver coins, like old school heavy coins that I keep in my wallet.
Nice.
You make all your life decisions that way.
He goes with the wonderful Indian woman who's trying to help him out of the plague cart.
Okay. So as soon as you do that, you are snapped out of your delirium as you fall right into the water trough. Water goes everywhere, which is probably a good thing because you wet yourself. So at least you know there's
Everything else looks wet.
Yes, so you match. And you're just like looking around. At that point, the sheriff like grabs you by your hair and pulls you back up. Up and out of the trough, and like people are giving you quite a bit of distance. It's like, all right, come on, son.
I think I saw what do they call it in the African desert when you see the things? A mirage. I think I was watching to see a mirage. Can I go to a cell and get some water?
That's where you're going.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sheriff. I'll come by later and gather him up.
Why don't you come by tomorrow? Let him sleep this off.
Okay, well, I will come before I head back out of town. I would like to just check on him, if that's okay.
I'm sure that'll be fine. Come along.
Hey, Sheriff.
What?
I sold my knife.
That sounds about like the only smart, decent thing that you've said. Probably in a couple weeks.
I want to pay off my debts.
Well, you're a long ways from that.
I only owe the Golden Inn. Sorry, I think I was out in the sun too long. I think I only owe them 9. How much do I owe the other ones?
Your head right now is full of a lot of weirdness. We're just going to get you put in a cell for right now. You worry about that later.
Alrighty.
And he walks you off and walks you into the cell there at the sheriff's post.
I'm going to head to the bank.
Okay. And that's where we're actually going to stop for the evening. We will pick up actually right at that point where people are going to the bank, and hopefully we will have Mike and Callie with us for the next game on the 10th. So those of you watching either a video on demand or watching with us tonight, we will be back again tomorrow night at the same time, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, with Street Fighter, the RPG. And then again on Saturday at 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time for Ashland by Night's Blood Ties game. So thank you again for everybody for tuning in and checking us out, and we will catch you again next time. Good night, guys.
Get some body parts.
Night off.